don't think it is wrong to question anyone in Hollywood. I'm sorry, Hollywood is manufactured. These reality shows, some of them, it is these people's real lives, and it is a lot of their real drama. I mean, it is true that Kyle and Mo are separated, but I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with questioning how these went down and the timing of it. And it is always coincidental that, you know, headlines drop like PK and Dorit's marriage, they're separated, they're in trouble the week of the premiere of the new season of RHOBH. I'm sorry, Kyle. Like, I feel like it's fine to question, you know, you're doing a documentary about Morgan. I think it is, Mauricio has a lot at stake here. I mean, Mauricio holding hands with his dance partner, and then he's come out and defended that when he knows he's in Hollywood where there's all these paparazzi. I mean, for us to like not go, wait a minute, is this real? Is this fake? I think is totally fine and normal if you are on a reality show platform. And it was fascinating to me that she's taking it so personally. And so is Andy Cohen, apparently. He was very upset too with that.
He was. I mean, I'm like, it's weird. Like Jackie and Margaret on New Jersey, are they really fighting? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Kyle and Mauricio, yeah, I mean, I think this is all real, but I agree with you. In what world does Mauricio Umansky, I mean, forget about Housewives, like Dancing with the Stars is ABC. The numbers are huge. In what world do you think, amidst this whole thing with Morgan and Kyle, that you're just in a back alley or on a date or wherever the hell you were, and you're canoodling with your dance partner, you know what you're doing. And by the way, you're not the best dancer. It's called you want votes. And by the way, it's working. The scandal with Kyle is getting you votes. Mauricio Umansky should not still be on Dancing with the Stars, right? As far as his quality of dance, like it is working. It got Jack Osborne to the top, and then he got so much better, and Rob Kardashian improved. Mauricio is getting really good, but like, I agree with you. Like, you know what you're doing. You're on Dancing with the Stars. You're going through this separation. You're with this hot dance partner who's single. You know what you're doing. If you were that concerned, you wouldn't be doing this, right? And now the rumor is they're actually trying to try not to dance hot and heavy. I just read an article that they're actually trying to they're trying to cool off the chemistry now on the dance floor so they can, everyone can understand there's nothing going on. Well, we wouldn't think this if you didn't have this picture, which come on, if you know how it works. You would do this in your house, downstairs in the basement, downstairs again in the sub basement, in the safe room that you lock yourself in when people break in to kill you. That's where you go amidst this scandal with Kyle if you want to canoodle with your dance partner. Not in Hollywood.
I know. Or as we learned at the Bel Air Hotel, where they, and every celebrity goes there if they want privacy or to have an affair, because there's a no picture, no video policy. You get caught there, you're banned for life, you're out.
By the way, you think you saw Jack Nicholson coming in a wheelchair with his whole entourage when we were eating dinner. And I have to say, when I did second, you didn't even drink that much. It might have been him, actually, when I did a double take.
It was completely him on an oxygen tank being wheeled in with an entourage and all these people. And they were looking at us, and he had the Jack glasses. And I thought, oh, honey, he's checking in. I mean, that place is an amazing scene. And I need to ask you about that, by the way.
You live right down the street. What do you need to check in for? What? It's just too stressful at your mansion in Bel Air you need to check. I mean, I guess if you're Jack Nicholson, that's what you do.
Well, first of all, he famously lives on Mulholland. He lives on, and I mean, people's homes get, you're being redone. You don't want to stay with all that dust. And, I mean, maybe he needed a break. I don't know what Jack's current relationship status is. He's in his 80s. Who knows? Maybe the house is getting redone. Maybe he's in a, fight with his significant other. I don't know. But I swear that was one of the biggest Hollywood stars being wheeled in there on an oxygen tank. And he was oh my God, we loved it. But wait a minute. Okay. I want to ask you about, speaking of the Beverly Hills Hotel, you told me you had some skinny on this. What was it? 2 weeks ago, Bethany Frankel put up this picture at the Beverly Hills Hotel with Nene Leakes, with Tiffany Amber Thiessen, with, oh my God, all of these individuals, Rachel Leviss. our girl Melissa Rivers, and I said to you, this is her podcast network. This is her network. And you and Miss Rivers are very tight. And you said that you spoke to her. And what is the reason they were really there?
Well, first of all, can I just say, because even in speaking to Miss Rivers, I went on and on about Nene Leakes and Raquel. There was headlines over Jenny Garth and Tiffany Thiessen, who actually have feuded for years. They were both there. Everyone needs to realize somebody else was there, guys. Open your eyes. The one, the only Larsa Pippen. Nobody is giving Larsa credit. Even me, I slammed Melissa against a wall, basically. And I was like, you are not getting out of here until you tell me everything. And then at the end, I was like, after I left, I was like, oh my God, I didn't ask Melissa about Larsa. What the fuck? I revealed your plot, your subplot to Miss Rivers. And I said, well, my co-host, Sarah Fraser, thinks that Bethany is starting her, and you tell me the truth. Melissa Rivers said, first of all, it was not even Bethany's dinner. It was maybe kind of hers, but her friend, who's a big, like, publicist type, and is associated somehow with iHeart through it. So that's how Melissa got invited. Melissa is not on iHeart. Melissa is on a great network. She says she is not leaving the network she is on. She said it was not about a podcast. She said there were a lot of people from iHeart that have podcasts, but it had nothing to do with the podcast. Her friend invited her. She said maybe kind of it was de facto's Bethany's lunch. Larsa has now been questioned. Like, honey, you're on the network. RHOM has returned to our lives, darling. Like, what are you doing there in enemy camp with Miss Levis and Miss Leakes and Miss Frankel, who hate us? Larsa has spoken out that they did not discuss reality reckoning. Melissa pretty much reiterated this more or less. There were a few off the record things that I was told by Miss Rivers that I cannot reveal here, but I can honestly tell you it really wasn't about the reality reckoning. Listen, we have a Vanity Fair article that is going to be coming out. I have known about this Vanity Fair article forever. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's this it's called Okay, so a major housewife told me about this like a month or two ago. I was literally sworn to secrecy because also, you know, when you're sworn to secrecy, you're like, when you hear things, it's not even like, I don't want to reveal it here. It's kind of like, is this true? Like, just because one person is telling me this, I believe you, it was a very reliable source. But I was like, I don't want to go and like start this whole thing. If it's, well, it turns out it's obviously true. Apparently it's coming like now, right? We're on the heels of BravoCon. BravoCon is this weekend. So apparently it's coming out now. Apparently the article is geared heavy towards Andy. Now, I don't know what is in there, if it's all just this regurgitated stuff that we know about alcohol and false imprisonment and, you know, Andy's like misogynist and all this other stuff, or I don't know if it's going to get deeper. Now, so I think